Hey, how's everybody doing? And welcome back to another episode of the Sixers Standard Podcast. Well, the Sixers have played 2 preseason games. We're going to talk about how every player on the roster has been so far. The bench definitely carried us the last game. Joel Embiid did not play the last game. We're also going to talk about the Eagles. They have a game coming up. I am Ethan Koppelman, and I'm here with my friend Noah Mopswitz. How you doing?
I'm good. Got some Sixers news and some Eagles news today.
Yes, we do. We have a little bit of both. So
Yes, sir.
Sorry, what did you say?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So first, I wanted to just cover the Sixers roster and I guess look at which players have been good and which players, well, not so much. So we're going to go through everybody and we're just going to give our analysis on what we think has happened. So I'm going to start with Ben Simmons.
I'll say I think he can be better. I don't think he's been terrible, but I think he can be a lot better.
Yeah, and I'm going to pull up
needs to
the
be-
box score from the last 2 games just to make sure, we're not BSing anything here.
I feel like when I'm watching him, I feel like he's way too passive, and
He's a non-factor.
he needs to be way more aggressive at the rim. Because when he's aggressive like that, he does well. He can make those tough layups. We've seen him do that from time to time, but he needs to be more aggressive and stop being so passive.
That's what I would say, something similar to that. You see, Ben Simmons scored 10 points the first game against the Celtics. The second game against the Pacers, he scores 9. And this is 26 minutes the second game. In the first game, he is playing 26 minutes. So there's no lack of minutes there. I think, if I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think Ben Simmons has been good. I don't. His defense has been okay, right? He's just been okay. I below average, a little disappointing, but nothing too bad.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid.
I think he's been very good so far.
I think he has, and you guys got to remember, he hasn't played that second game against the Pacers last night, but in that first game against the Celtics, they were not playing to his strengths, right? They were just kind of playing. They're just kind of
playing around.
You know, they're just trying to figure out who's good, who's not good, and Embiid still got it done.
18 in 3 quarters.
Exactly.
Imagine what you can do in 4 quarters.
Yeah, I think that. How much did he play that first game? It was against the Celtics.
He played 3 quarters.
No, but how many? No, he did not. He played 17 minutes.
Yes, 17 minutes.
Yeah, and not play 3 quarters.
He played a little bit of the second.
Yeah, and 17 minutes and 18 points. I think he played very well, and hopefully the injury isn't anything too bad, but I think what we saw with him, we got to be impressed.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, Seth Curry. I've been disappointed. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I would agree on you with that.
If you're Seth Curry right now, you have to be pulling the trigger way more. Second game, he scored 8 points. The first 7. Seth Curry should be a guy that should be getting 14 points a game. He should be, anytime he sees a catch-and-shoot opportunity, he should be shooting it like cork. You know what I'm saying? You have to have confidence. So I think that's something that he needs to do a little bit more. He needs to shoot the ball a little bit more. Hasn't been horrifically bad, but improvement is needed there.
Yeah. What I think about him is I feel like he's being too much of a shot creator because I see him take a lot of mid-range shots in that pick and roll with Joel Embiid. That was actually a positive because that was a lethal pick and roll, but I feel like he just needs to take more 3-point shots.
Yeah, I would agree. That's what he's there for, so he has to just consistently do that.
Yeah.
And now we have Dwight Howard.
Oh, he's been one hell of a player.
And I have been pleasantly shocked. Dwight Howard has been amazing. Truly amazing right now. As it seems right now, he's put his ego aside. He's on his best behavior. He's been like Norvell, but better. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and he's
better
a veteran,
Norvell.
so he can help the younger guys out as well. And he's playing very well.
He's protected the rim. He's been a very good, rim running center.
Yeah, back to the basket, big.
Then Danny Green, who I've also been impressed with so far. I
Yeah,
mean,
his defense. Damn, it's been some good defense.
his defense is criminally underrated, criminally.
Yeah,
And his shooting has been good too. He's been shooting the ball a lot better than I thought. Only 3 points the first game. The second game he had 9, but you see him shooting the ball a lot. You see him on defense getting steals.
3 and D guy.
I think he's gonna have a good year here. I really do.
Yeah. One thing I feel like he can improve on is that when he shoots, he kind of goes like a little. He kind of goes like slow when like someone's like contesting him, and then he kind of just like pump fakes when he shoots. Like I think he can improve on that, but like off the catch and shoot when he's like shooting, they throw the ball to him, he shoots. He's been outstanding.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, he's not a guy that can create his own shot, but off the catch, he is lethal.
Yeah.
And then Tyrese Maxey, who I want to
Oh
say
my.
has impressed me. I did not want the Sixers to draft him. He is a pure bucket. Okay.
Yep.
And I think in college, he did not shoot the ball efficiently. If he can, in the Sixer system, shoot the ball a little bit more efficiently, he will be very good. His defense is amazing. And offensively, I see him drive to the rim like he does with ease. It's, it, I've liked what I've been seeing with him.
Yeah. And he's a little bit of a shot creator. Like in the clutch against the Pacers, he had the ball. He kind of stepped back and then a little shot and he made it. So he's kind of
Yeah,
like a little
I,
shot
I wouldn't
creator.
trust him as a shot creator, but he can shoot the ball if you need him
Yeah,
to.
he can. And he's capable of it.
And then we have Mike Scott. So we've seen two different Mike Scotts. First game against the
50-50.
Celtics, he was lost on defense and he couldn't get a shot to fall. The second
Yeah.
game, still lost on defense and he can get a shot to fall. I think that Mike Scott is not good enough as it stands right now to be the Sixers' backup power forward. If he can get the shot to fall more, then that's something to talk about. But right now, as it stands, I think we need a new backup power forward, and we don't have one right now. So I think that, and Daryl Morey said he's probably not doing any more trades, not getting any more people. So I think it's a concern. Mike Scott, I think he's been okay, but he's not good enough to be the backup.
Yeah, I agree with that. Couldn't worry better.
Then we have $32 million man every single season for the next 4 seasons, I think.
Yeah, 4.
Tobias Harris.
He's been awful. He's absolutely been
Well,
awful.
actually, I don't mean to interrupt you here, but in the first game, he played 26 minutes and scored 16 points. So I think this is a little bit of recency bias because that first game for Tobias, and he also got 9 rebounds that game. He almost had a double-double. Well, he almost had a double-double, also along with 3 assists. I think that first game was actually pretty good. The second game is where the problems lie, where he played 24 minutes and got 6 points. I don't think there's much concern from Tobias here. I think he will get back to what he normally is. I think his ceiling is his ceiling, but his floor is close to his ceiling. I think he's the kind of guy that you know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
So
A shot creator, a shooter, and yeah, that's it.
he's not a shot creator. he can shoot. He's not a shot creator.
Yeah.
But I don't think we should be too concerned with what we've been seeing
No.
from him.
I think he'll be fine, considering he's in the Doc Rivers system.
And then how many more people do we have to talk about? We have, I believe.
Shake.
Oh yeah, Shake first. Okay, Shake has been amazing. He's been.
Yeah.
Everybody is into the offseason. Well, is Shake going to be that same Shake we saw? The answer is yes.
Sir.
Shake. If Tyrese is a bucket, Shake is a bucket squared.
Yeah. With those two on the court, it's unstoppable.
Well, it's not like a thing where you pair them together because Shake's more of like a. Tyrese is more of a point guard, while Shake is can be a point guard, but is better at the 2.
Yeah.
But Shake can be a ball handler. He's a very good combo guard, getting to the rim, very good around the rim finishing. Think he can dunk a little bit. Defense is getting there. I think the goal
Needs
for
to
Shake is to
improve.
become an average defender, and he's very close. He's right now a slightly below average defender. His 3-point shot, I'm going to say right now he's a top 10 3-point shooter in the league. I don't think anyone's going to debate that. Name me 10 3-point shooters better than him. Name right now.
Uh,
Name me.
all right. This is people in the NBA right now. All right.
Yeah, right now.
Steph.
1, 2,
Clay.
3.
Duncan Robinson.
4,
4. Joe Harris.
5.
Oh my! I can't think of all these on the top of my head. I have to visualize these people.
Look it up.
Oh, Dame, Buddy Hield.
No, Dame and Buddy Hield are no good. Dame's good in clutch, but Shake's a better percentage shooter. But no to both.
Oh my god. Yeah, I guess.
I'll give you Tyler Hero. That's 6.
Ew. No.
That's a freebie.
You know what? Shake Milton's better than Tyler Hero. I'm sorry.
Okay. Then you've only named 5 better than. I love how I'm giving you a freebie and you're declining it because you hate Tyler Hero that much.
Yeah, I do. So
yeah,
he's one of those Jimmy Butler people.
Okay, but you've named 5 people.
Yeah, I'll look up.
Okay, fine. You can look it up.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll do it.
Guys. I can't figure it out on the top of my head. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're good. And I'll look right here. Like here's the thing. Like you could put guys like Doug McDermott over him. I wouldn't. JJ Redick at this point, I would put Shake over. You know.
I'll put JJ Redick over Shake. My opinion.
Okay, so JJ Redick, 6. You know, I'll put Shamet over him because Shamet's a god.
Yeah.
Shamet's a sniper. That's 7.
Honestly, like, he's not doing good right now, but when he was doing good, I'm putting Seth Curry over him.
You already named Seth Curry. You said Steph and
No,
Steph.
I said Steph.
You said both
I said
of them.
Steph.
You said
both. Okay.
We're at 7 right now. Kyle Korver's an option. I wouldn't put him there. Right now, I don't think Kyle Korver's better than Shake Milton. At some points, then yes, but not right now.
Luke Kennard.
No.
Buddy Hield.
Let's see what his percentage is.
41.
I'll give you Buddy Hield. That's 8.
Davies Bertans.
Good point. That's 9.
And who else is there? There's Towns.
No, 39%. I'm not giving you that.
But Joe Ingles.
Nope.
He's 40%.
Shake shot like 45 last year, and it's been continuing into this year. I don't think Joe Ingles is better. And I'm not trying to work against you, realize. Like, Doug McDermott, I don't think he's like a bench player. Otto Porter, no.
Jason Tatum.
No. I think there's 9. I don't know if there's 10. He's debatably around number 10. If you put him at 11, 12, 13, that's fine. If you put him in the top 10, that's fine. I personally think he's a top 10 shooter. You personally don't, you know.
I think he's just outside the top 10.
I personally think out of all the players you named, he's like number 10. But, you know.
Yeah. Shake.
Yeah. But Matisse Thybulle has been the talk of the talk recently. Not for a good reason. Doc Rivers has not played Matisse Thybulle a lot. I saw a post. The first 5 people off the bench. I don't remember exactly who it was. Matisse Thybulle wasn't one of them, which would leave Matisse Thybulle as the 11th man. And this is without Joel Embiid. This is without Joel Embiid. So that would leave Matisse as the 12th man. The 12th. And I'm going to look right here. Matisse Thybulle, first game, got 10 minutes, didn't score, didn't get a steal. I don't believe he did. No rebounds, just 1 assist. Second game, Matisse Thybulle played 14 minutes, only got 1 point, which I'm assuming he went to the line and missed a free throw.
Yeah.
He hasn't played, and he's played some, but he hasn't been first off the bench for. He hasn't been first off the bench. So, do you think that Matisse could be traded?
He could be. But I don't know yet. Dale Morey has to decide that. And I
Yeah.
think Dale Morey will keep him.
I don't know. In a Harden trade, I think Matisse
In the
could be
Harden trade, yes.
a
But
guy that could go.
are we getting James Harden?
I
Maybe.
think. I think it's possible.
It is, but do you really want to trade Ben Simmons for him?
It depends. It depends. I'm just saying if it does happen, if Daryl Morey decides that that is the right path to take, then Matisse could be in that deal.
Yeah. All right.
I,
Now,
I don't because I just don't know how much Doc Rivers likes him.
yeah.
Pork Maz has been
Now,
good, I think.
he's been like Mike Scott, I think. One good game, one bad game.
I think Korkmaz has a safe spot in the rotation by now. I think
Yeah, he
he's a
does.
shooter.
But I was just saying, like, for these 2 games, he's had one bad game and one good game.
First game he
Played
had
awful.
19 minutes and 8 points.
No.
Second game he had 19 minutes and 14 points. Those are both pretty solid games.
The first one, like, I didn't really see him do anything, but the second one, he was doing a lot.
Well, I saw him. There was that play in the first game that he just went to the rim like a guard, and he had that really nice finish at the rim. And what I've seen with him is not only is he, retained his shooting ability, but when he goes to the rim, he's improved his dribbling a little bit. He's going to the rim. I think he's becoming a more complete player. I'm very impressed by what I've seen by him total.
Yeah.
You haven't?
Like, I don't think he should be handling the ball at all.
I think that if he's like the worst, he's like a worst case scenario option to handle the ball. But I commend him for working on his handling because if he can handle the ball, Furkan Korkmaz last season couldn't handle the ball, but if he's gotten better at it, then he can.
But I don't think he can at all.
Yeah, he's still not very good, but he's an option.
He's only a shooter, and his defense has improved a little bit. He also needs to work on his defense because I see plays he's just getting blown by and all that.
And then
Tony
let me see if there's
Bradley.
any players that played last night. Poirier has been meh. He's gonna play.
Tony Bradley, the Yokester.
Yeah, Yokester. Did you call him a Yokester?
Yeah, from Yoke.
Great.
But
Okay.
Tony Bradley. Man.
Justin Anderson, do you want to talk about? He has been waived by the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody is missing Justin Anderson's bad basketball play, but I think it's something to note that Joel Embiid is best friends with Justin Anderson. I think it's important to note that. And Joel Embiid has not been extremely happy here. I don't know why we waived him. Let's see if this virtual background doesn't work. Okay. We'll take that off. Okay. Just trying to try something there. So he's been best friends with Joel. I think you got to keep Joel happy, keep him on the roster. I mean, if the choice is between Justin Anderson and Vincent Poirier, like, does it matter if Vincent Poirier is on the roster?
Yes.
No, it doesn't. Because we
kidding.
need Justin Anderson here as like Embiid's friend. Like his role is Embiid's friend. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that is there's something to be said for that because you got to keep your star player happy.
Yeah.
So I think it's a bad decision to cut Anderson, but hopefully Embiid doesn't request a trade. Because
Hopefully.
Justin Anderson could be the difference between Embiid requesting a trade and Embiid not requesting a trade.
Yeah.
A guy that I liked a lot, and this is emotional, both sad because he's taken, but happy because he has a team. It's good in a way. So I am, again, my second favorite team this year will be the Cleveland Cavaliers because they're signing of Norvel Pell. Any words of wisdom that you have to share about Norvel?
Keep shooting the freeze.
Hey! Nice. Yeah, Norvel, like, shoot. Yeah, I know, right? He's a bucket now. But Norvel, again, you guys probably know who Norvel is if you've watched the pod before. He's amazing. We love Norvel around here.
Yeah.
But good for him. He signed a deal with the Cavs.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't believe there's anybody we missed that we wanted to talk about. I skipped like Isaiah Joe, Paul Reed, those guys.
Yeah.
Dakota
I think
Mani.
that's it.
I don't think we need to talk about them. They haven't really done anything. So
Yeah, I think we talked about everyone.
one thing to note is that the Sixers bench has been very good. It has carried the starting lineup. And
Yeah,
the one guy in the starting lineup that did well last night, Dwight Howard, unexpected.
and he's on the bench the way.
He will be on the bench. Exactly. That's a good point to make because last night he was in the starting lineup. He didn't count as a bench scoring. He will. Uh,
Yeah,
it's encouraging because I think the Sixers bench has come a long way. It didn't used to be this good. And you see guys just putting up a ton of points. And that's something that is very good. Tony Bradley actually did put up 7. Korkmaz 14. Maxey 11. Mike Scott 12. Isaiah Joe had a 3. Poirier 2. Paul Reed 2. And Seth Curry 8. Shake Milton 8. I think that's encouraging. You see that the bench is putting up a lot of points. It means that, if Embiid's not having a good game, if Simmons is not having a good game, if one of them's injured, let's be real, it happens a lot. Embiid or Simmons one of them's always injured 75% of the time. So I personally think it's good that the bench did well. But let me ask you this. Do you think that this is going to be sustainable? Do you think the bench is always going to score this many points?
to be honest, no, it won't be always sustainable.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you there as well. This is just like the agreement pod. But I think it's not going to be sustainable. I don't think the bench is going to be that good. I think Shake is a guy that's always going to put up that many points. Tony Bradley's not going to have many 8-point games, let's be honest. Mike Scott is not going to have many 12-point games. I think the guys you'll see that will put up points are Milton and Korkmaz, and that's
Maxey and
pretty much
Howard.
and Maxey, and that's pretty much it.
And Dwight Howard.
Yes, and Dwight Howard. Those are the 4 guys that are going to put up points, and they're going to put up less points than they did in this game, I think. So, rest of the guys, Matisse has proved that, and I don't want to rant on Matisse because I've never been a huge Matisse guy.
I have been a huge Matisse fan last year.
Why does no one discuss Matisse's work ethic?
Why does he have a bad work ethic?
You tell me.
Yes.
What has Matisse done the entire offseason?
Vlogging.
Let me ask you this. Who's had a more productive offseason, Matisse Thybulle or James Harden? It's a tie.
It's a tie.
It's a tie. We're all ranting on James Harden. Matisse has been just as bad. He has been vlogging. Have any of his vlogs, just a question, shown him practicing basketball?
Yes.
Okay.
In the
If you're
bubble.
filming yourself practicing basketball, you're doing something wrong, right?
Yeah.
Because that should not be the main focus. All I'm saying is his work ethic is something to worry about. I think you see him come in. Last season, he was atrocious offensively, good defensively. He wasn't he like good defensively. Note I didn't say great. I said good because he's way too jumpy. This season, he's still decent defensively. Offensively, even worse.
Yeah, even more.
I don't think Matisse can be a good player in this league unless he gets an offensive game. And right now, it doesn't seem like he can. You see guys in the league like Chris Dunn. How often do we talk about Chris Dunn?
Never.
Not very often because Chris Dunn is irrelevant. And let me tell you this, Chris Dunn is a way better defender than Matisse Thybulle. So if Chris Dunn's a way better defender than Matisse Thybulle, you're telling me that, or I'm telling myself, that Chris Dunn is a way better player than Matisse Thybulle. Although Matisse Thybulle gets talked about 20 times more, and that's just not in Philadelphia. Everybody talks about Matisse Thybulle. Not as much as here, but still. I think that he's overrated, and I think and I don't want to overreact, but at the same time, this is preseason, and it should be theoretically easier to score, not harder. So if you're telling me that you cannot score, your defense has remained the same, if not worse, the work ethic isn't there, I don't know.
Yeah.
And Doc Rivers hasn't liked playing him either. I don't know if I've said that before in this podcast.
Yeah.
But
like maybe there's something that Doc Rivers does not like from Matisse. And it could be, as you mentioned, his work ethic.
yeah, I think that's definitely a big possibility. Well, we'll see how that goes with Matisse throughout the season. We'll, of course, keep talking about him. I know we didn't discuss this before, but James Harden, there was a funny update. This happened Wednesday. There is a report by both Woj and Shams that the Sixers would be willing to include Ben Simmons in trade talks. Daryl Morey, as I don't know if it's a press conference or just a tweet by him, an hour later, we are not trading Ben Simmons. He's our star player, right? And then you see him and Doc Rivers call Ben Simmons the same night to assure him that he is not getting traded. These rumors to me, I trust Daryl Morey. I do. And while I don't like Doc Rivers as a coach, I trust him as a person. And I think that these rumors are fake. I think they are generated by the Rockets to get trade discussion. Think about it. They think they have leverage, but they don't. They're desperate to get him off. James Harden wants out. They want some pieces before his value just keeps going down and down. I think this is fake. I think the whole thing is fake. I think this thing came out by both Woj and Shams. Daryl Morey came out and said it's not going to happen. What do you think?
I couldn't agree more. Like, these are fake rumors, and the Rockets have to stop. Like, they're just manipulating the whole NBA.
You know what? It makes them seem more desperate. It actually
and
gets
they're
them less leverage
manipulating.
by them getting exposed as the rumors being fake because it makes
and they're manipulating as well. Like, Daryl Morey, I trust him very much. Doc Rivers, I think he's a good person and a good coach, but you obviously disagree with that.
I agree with part one of that.
Yeah, but I think that Ben Simmons should not be worried. I think he should take a deep breath. He should be calm because he's not going to get traded. And Daryl Morey and Doc Rivers called him that night because all these stupid media rumors from the Rockets came out, and it's BS. And why would you do that? And I know they're desperate, but it's not going to work.
Here's what I'll say. I don't think Ben Simmons is untouchable, but I don't think those trade rumors are real. I don't think the possibility is I think there's a possibility Ben Simmons gets traded, but it's not from those rumors. Those rumors that came out are fake. I think Ben Simmons could be traded.
He could, but from those rumors, he should just take a deep breath and say, these are fake rumors. Don't just keep playing basketball and keep playing your game.
Before we end the podcast, the Eagles have a game tomorrow. I believe they play at 1. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do they play at 1 o'clock? No, they don't. It's at 4:05 for the third straight week. I hate that time. It's like either give us a primetime game or give us like an early game. I don't want to be up at 4:25 watching while I'm eating dinner. I would rather just sit on a couch and focus on the game. Anyway, enough ranting about that. Not only is our next game at a midday game, but the game after that is against the Cowboys. So to conclude, we had the 4 games in a row at that 4:05, 4:25 time slot. Good news is against the Washington football team, we will play out 1. Bad news for the Eagles. Darius Slay is going to be out against the Cardinals. Unfortunate because they have a guy named DeAndre Hopkins. Not sure if you ever heard of him. We're going to get killed, I think. I think Kyler Murray is going to have a good game. Our defense is going to explode. They've played well the last 3 games. I think they're just going to they're going to let up at some point. I think the next game is going to be the game they let up. Your thoughts?
I think our coverage is going to get killed, but I think Jalen Hurts will still have a very good game, despite all this crap from the defense.
Yeah, I think Jalen Hurts will have a good game as well. Not sure if it's going to be as good as the game against the Saints, but I'm confident in Jalen Hurts. And by the way, the last Eagles game, I am wrong about Jalen Hurts, and I want to say this again. I'm going to say this again. I've said it 3 straight weeks in a row. I feel like Dan, and you were like Max. I was wrong. I was wrong.
Yeah, I agree with Max.
Carson Wentz. And I'm not sure if last episode we covered the last game, but I'm wrong, okay? Carson Wentz, I think at this point of his career, there's not a ton of hope left. There's still hope. Not a ton. I think that if Jalen Hurts keeps playing like he's playing, he is the starting quarterback. I think what we've seen from him has been tremendous. So I just want to say, hat off to you. I don't have a hat currently with me. No, my hair is a mess, but I don't have a hat with me. So hats off to you for predicting this whole thing. I think you still were too harsh on Wentz. You predicted it before you were not patient enough too early, but at the same time, you did predict it. So
Yeah. Like, I'm I like Carson. I did like Carson Wentz.
no, you
And
didn't. No, you
no,
didn't. The whole
yes, I
season
did.
you were
No,
ranting on it.
let me
That is a
see.
lie. That is a lie.
I liked him last year. I liked him at the second half of last year. I did not like him in the first half because the second half.
Remember when you came over to watch the game at my house, and we both ran downstairs to hide from the game after before halftime,
Oh no,
and you were complaining at Carson Wentz. I don't think you've ever liked Carson Wentz.
I
Okay,
don't.
you
I only liked him
don't
in
have to say it, right? Like
2017.
I don't think you like
Fine,
him,
I'll
actually.
admit it. I'll admit it. I didn't like him. I only liked him in 20 when he was an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
That's the only time I liked him, and I had hope against when he had that big run and getting us into the playoffs. I had hope, but then stupid Javanian Clowney, who's a dickhead, just gave him a concussion, and our hope was lost.
Fuck Jen, Davey, and Clowney.
And
You
he did it
realize
on purpose.
he
He did it
ended
on
Wentz's
purpose.
career. That injury against the Rams, he came back and he was not good, but he was fine.
Yeah,
Dan Davey and Clowney hit him. He never came back the same.
yeah.
And the funny thing is, his running wasn't the issue. You would think that if you brought someone down, the running would be the issue. It was
He
his
was already down, and Javanian Clowney hit a dirty ass play on him. Dirty. And if it was Tom Brady, he would have been in handcuffs. If he did that to Tom Brady, but it's Carson Wentz, so he won't be in handcuffs.
Yeah, no one cares about Carson Wentz. Let's be honest. Uh, anything else you want to talk about with the Eagles? I mean,
Go Birds.
Jalen Hurts. That's all we have to say. I think it's going to be a game that we lose. I looked at a post on Instagram. We have a 10% chance, according to thousands of simulations, to make the playoffs. It's not looking good, but yeah.
Yeah.
Any final words?
No. Go Birds.
Go Birds! Thank you guys for watching the Six Year Standard podcast. It's been Ethan Koppelman, Noah Mofsowitz. We'll see you guys next time.